Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. I am Richard. Today I'm bringing you with me up into space to build huge space orbital modules. We will build some gyms, we will build casinos, we will build gardens up in the deep dark nothingness. At the same time, we will of course also trying to damage and take out other players, because that's what you do up in space. You start to battle over resources. It's just that simple. I'm going to show you Scrappers Orbital by Hexy Studios. This game is created by Fryx, who also made Terraforming Mars. So this guy really needs no introduction. This game is a 1 to 5 player game and it takes around 60 minutes of gameplay. I am going to show you the setup of this game. I'm going to go through the rules of this game and show you how to play it. So once you have watched this video, you are ready to start building your own module. So let's just take a look at it. This is the setup of the game. Each player takes a core module and places one crew member on the fist symbol. This core module is what you will be building your base around. Each player also gets a player aid card. We then need to shuffle the deck and place 5 cards facing up, creating a market. Above the market we have 5 core module upgrade cards, also facing up. Up here we have the year marker card with the token on number 1. Next to that we have victory point tokens, mega credit tokens, more crew members and damage tokens. The first player is chosen at random and gets the first player token. We then need to deal 8 cards to each player. The players then chooses 5 cards that they would like to keep. The cards that they did not want to keep goes back in the top of the deck, and we then reshuffle the whole deck. Each player also gets 16 starting mega credits. So this game is about you being up in space and trying to build your space base, while also competing with the other players and probably become damaged and attacked every now and then. You start with one little crew member here and your core base. This is what we will use to build our base around. As you can see, there are 4 pipes sticking out from this core module, and this is where we will attach the new parts of this core ship. On our journey we have the money here that we got from the start, 15 mega credits, but they won't last that long because money in this game is quite hard to get. So you need to gather the resources you need to be able to build the parts that you need at the same time that you're trying to damage the other ships so they won't get the points that they need to build their ships and win the game. This game is played over 5 years, and during each turn one player can make one action. The first action you can choose is to build, meaning that you will add new parts to your space module. You all start with a core module with the color red, but you can add on new rooms to it, giving you more colors. To add a new room to your space module, you need to add it where there are these exits. To build will cost you 6 mega credits. Unless you add a new room with the same color as the previous, then it will only cost you 5. There are 6 different type of rooms that you can add to your space module. You have the red ones, which is structural, giving you general functions in your space module. You have the green ones, which will give you more crew members. You have the yellow ones, these ones will give you more money. The orange ones here are support and will let you build or repair your ship. The purple ones are attack or defense. And the blue ones are laboratory, letting you draw more cards, or having more cards on your hand. On these cards we have different symbols. Just as the core module, you have exits, but you also have entries. So this is where you connect this card to the previous ones, and this is where you will connect the next one. You have a color here, a symbol, and a text showing you what this is. Down here you have the effect of this card. Below that you have some flavor text, and this one is the crew support meaning the amount of crew that this card will give you at the start of the next round. Besides adding new rooms to your space module, you can also upgrade the core module itself. But you can only do this once during the whole game, so you need to think twice before doing this. If you want to do this, this would cost you 4 mega credits, and then you would take one of the available upgrade cards above the market, looking like this. Once you have chosen and paid for this card, you place it on your core module. Now, this is your new core module. You start out with red, but now you have green for the rest of the game. When you place new rooms to your core module, you need to think a little bit, because not all of these cards have exits on them. Some of these ones only have an entrance, meaning that if you would have placed this card here, this would have been the end of this corridor, and you are not able to build on this one anymore. You can also choose to buy from the market. And depending which card you would like to buy on the market, this will cost you a different amount. The ones that are furthest away from the draw deck will cost you 1 mega credit. And as we move closer and closer to the deck, the price will go up by 1 mega credit, meaning that this will cost you 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once a card has been bought from the market, we need to close the gap between the market cards. And then there's the action operate. And this is where we use the different actions that are available in our different module. Each of these modules can only be activated and used once per year or round. The way we would do this is that we would look at the text on the module to see if we need to pay with money or crew to activate the effect. This one over here, for example, says that if I use 1 crew member, I get to draw 2 cards. Now, once I have put my crew member there, I cannot use this model anymore this round, and the crew member is locked to that card. But on this module here, for example, we would use 2 crew members to gain 1 victory point. Here we would use 2 crew members to gain 2 mega credits. Or you could choose to play an event. There are a lot of different events in this game, affecting the other players, affecting your own space module, or the game itself. These events are cards that you get from the draw deck, so it's not like you have an event phase or anything like that. No, you get these up on your hand, and you can choose to play them out now. Once you have played them out, you simply take the card and then you put it in the discard pile next to the draw deck. If you, through an event or through any other actions, manage to damage one of your opponent's modules, you simply take this damage token and you place it on that module. If one of your modules is damaged, you can spend 2 mega credits to repair that module. But why would you want to do that? Well, first of all, it's not that nice being damaged, is it? And second of all, if your module is damaged, you cannot use that module's actions. And more important, by the end of this year, you will not be able to count in the damaged modules into the end of year scoring. If you feel like there's nothing more for you to do during this year, you can simply choose to pass. Once each player have passed, this year will end, and we move into the end of year phase. The first step in the end of game phase is to see if we have managed to get any victory points during this year. We would need to count each of our models in each of the different colors to see if we have the most of them. So this player here, for example, have 1, 2, 3, 4 red modules. That's right, we do add the core module into this, but we do not add damaged modules, meaning that even if this player has 4 red modules, this one is not a part, giving this player 3 red modules. If this player has the most red modules of the game, they get 1 victory point. If this player also have the most of the green modules, they would get another victory point. If there's ever a tie, the player with the most undamaged crew support symbols in their module wins the tie. If there's still a tie, the player with the most mega credits wins the tie. The second step is to remove any remaining cards from the market and add 5 new market cards face up. Each player now needs to remove any used or unused crews and gain the amount of crew that they have from their crew support in their module. Then each player gets 7 mega credits, and they also get to choose a color in their orbital and get 1 credit for each undamaged module in that color. The next step is for each player to draw 4 new cards from the draw deck. If they have more than 5 cards on their hands by now, they need to discard down to 5 cards again, as this is the hand limit. If we still have any damaged modules, we now remove that damage. We move the year marker to the next year and we're ready to start a new year. And now we're ready to start the new year. The first player token moves 1 step clockwise to the next player and now they are the first player. And this is the way the game goes on. The player takes their turns, they play their cards, they use their modules. 1 action per turn, remember? And when they cannot do any more or don't want to do any more, they pass. And when everybody have passed, we move into the end of year and then we start a new one. We do this during 5 years, meaning 5 rounds. When we have done the 5th round and everybody have passed, well, it's time for us to see who got the most victory points and who is the winner. That is how you play Scrappers Orbital. This game is not that hard to learn, it doesn't take that long time to get into it, but it takes a few turns before you actually know how you want to build your orbital. Which means that the first time you build it, it will probably look kind of like a disaster. And the second time it will be a bit better. I think this game is a lot of fun and it's easy to learn and it's easy to bring in new players to it. The replayability, well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different cards, there's a lot of different ways to build your orbital, but in the end, it's kind of the same thing. And once you have played this a couple of times, well, you might need a little break from it. The gaming area looks quite cool, and it's a cool little mechanic that you can build your own space module, adding on modules as you go along. Just be aware, because the modules tend to become quite big, so you need quite a big table to fit this game on it. The market as well gives you a lot of possibilities to buy new things, get new equipment, get new modules, and add on to your ever-growing module. The artwork in this game is quite nice. There's beautiful colors and there's cool modules, cool paintings, cool little details for you to look at. And it really gets you the feeling that you are up in deep space trying to build yourself a module. There you have it, people. That was Scrappers Orbital for you. A game that is quick to learn, it's fast to set up, and it's fast to tear down. And if you like quick, simple, easy little worker placement games where you get a little bit of construction, and you like sci-fi, well, check this out. It might be for you. There will be links down in the descriptions where you can find this game and you will find their webpage. If you like this video, people, you know what to do. Give me some love here. Give me a thumbs up, throw in a comment there, tell me what you think about the game. Will you check it out? I want to know. I love to interact with you. If you like my channel and if you like what I'm doing here, well, why not subscribe to it? It gives me a smile on my lips every time I get a new subscriber. And until next week, people, please keep on spreading that board gaming love I know you all have. Peace.